Thank you so much, and we acknowledge that we miss our dear colleague, Conley. Thank him for his years of service. Mr. Speaker, it was 39 years ago. Here in Washington, D.C., I was arrested while protesting against the apartheid government in South Africa's white minority that had a non-minority white for the greater part of the latter half of the 20th century held captive, if you will, in bondage, which sanctioned racial segregation and political and economic discrimination against its black citizens. I believe your policies on South Africa at this point in your career are wrong, precisely because either you do not understand the history of the country or you have grown indifferent, and I beg that you go to your higher nature. That being said, I want to ask you about President Trump ending U.S. government support for diversity, equity, inclusion, and accessibility that promotes fairness in hiring and helps make our national security workforce the strongest it can be. In the name of advancing an anti-woke agenda, he has given himself permission to break the law, attacking congressionally mandated efforts that have enjoyed bipartisan consensus for decades. I believe not only in diversity is our strength as a country, but in fact, our workforce does not reflect our population, then it merits an inquiry into what are the impediments that are leading to that outcome. Would you agree with that latter statement, that diversity is our strength?
I think unity is our strength.
Okay,
that
well,
we're a diverse nation is important.
While those words you
strength.
would think that they were mine, they actually are recorded from you in your Senate hearing in July of 2022. Further, do you believe that following the law is important, yes or no?
We follow the law every day.
Okay. Well, you wear so many hats, it must be difficult to keep track of all the laws that you have supported, but yes, you did vote in favor of the bill, and I want to read a section of the bill that you did support. It's section 5403 of the 2022 NDAA requires that the State Department to strengthen recruitment of people belonging to underrepresented groups. I know Mr. Trump has asked you all not to say that as cabinet officials, and I hope you have the guts to tell the president on some matters he is simply wrong. Mandating outreach to universities, employees' affinity groups, and expanding paid student internships are among the actions. So I would like to know, do you stand by strengthening diversity within the ranks of the State Department?
I stand by hiring the best people to do the job, irrespective of their background, the race, color,
So you're going
creed.
against the
that's
very
the
law
American
that
way.
you had once supported, which I find highly contradictory and hypocritical. I hope that you would have the courage of your convictions, be the Marco Rubio, the senator that we knew, and not the Secretary of State that is now capitulating to that of a tyrant and that of Donald Trump. At this point, I would like to yield my balance of my time to that of the Honorable Sarah McBride, and I thank you so much for your time.
The president was elected, as far as I recall.
I've yielded my time, sir.